everyone, and welcome back to English Ease Studio. I'm Emily, and today we're going to talk about a topic that's very important for every English learner. Don't let anyone laugh at your English. Speak confidently. Many learners feel nervous when speaking English because they worry about mistakes, pronunciation, or what others might think. But the truth is, confidence comes from speaking, not perfection. Today, we'll focus on using the present tense to speak clearly, confidently, and naturally in everyday situations.
Hi everyone, I'm Paul. Yes, Emily, speaking confidently is key. Even beginners can sound natural when they use simple sentences in the present tense. Short, clear sentences are not only easy to remember, but they also make it easier for listeners to understand you. For example, you can say, I eat breakfast every morning, or I read a book every day. Simple sentences like these are the building blocks of confident speaking.
Exactly, Paul. Present tense is perfect for describing daily routines, habits, facts, and general truths. You can talk about yourself, your friends, or even things around you. For example, I go to school by bus. She likes chocolate. Or the sun rises in the east. When you describe your daily life or facts, you automatically practice present tense and your English becomes stronger.
Beginners often worry about grammar mistakes. Don't. The key is to start simple. Use I, you, we, they with the base form of the verb. I play football. You watch videos. We study English. And remember, for he, she, it, add s. He plays football. She watches videos. This is simple, and practicing it every day builds confidence. Listeners, try this exercise. Describe your morning routine. For example, I wake up at 7 a.m., I brush my teeth, I have breakfast at 8 a.m., I go to the park in the evening. Don't worry about mistakes. The more you speak, the easier it becomes.
Confidence is more important than perfection. Speak slowly and clearly. If you don't know a word, describe it in English. For example, if you forget refrigerator, you can say the big cold box in the kitchen. People understand you, and your confidence grows every time you speak.
Let's practice a conversation. Paul, I'll ask and you answer naturally.
Great! What do you do every morning?
I wake up at 6:30 a.m., brush my teeth, and have breakfast.
Excellent! Notice how Paul joined three actions using and. Joining actions makes sentences longer and natural. You can also add details. I have breakfast with my family, or I eat bread and eggs.
Asking questions is another way to speak confidently. Beginners can try simple questions like, do you drink coffee in the morning? Or what do you eat for breakfast? Asking questions encourages conversation and builds confidence.
Speaking about likes and dislikes is easy in present tense. For example, I like pizza. She likes music. They don't like rain. Using don't or doesn't forms negative sentences, which are important for clear communication.
And you can expand sentences by giving reasons. I like reading books because it is relaxing. Or he doesn't like watching TV at night. Giving reasons makes your English sound natural and complete.
Let's focus on action verbs. Words like play, read, write, watch, eat, go, speak, listen, study are very common. Using these verbs in present tense lets you talk about yourself clearly. For example, I play football on weekends, or she writes emails every day.
And don't forget adverbs of frequency. Words like always, usually, sometimes, never, and often. For example, I always wake up early, or he sometimes drinks coffee in the evening. These words make your sentences more detailed and natural.
Paul, how often do you study English?
I usually study English every day for 30 minutes.
Perfect. Listeners, you can try, I often read books, or I never watch TV in the morning. Using adverbs of frequency helps you sound fluent and confident.
Many learners are nervous about speaking in front of others. Remember, nobody speaks perfectly at first. Mistakes are normal. Speak slowly,
Focus on short sentences and use present tense. Over time, your confidence grows.
Another way to practice is describing your surroundings and daily activities. For example, I sit at my desk and write notes, or I listen to music while studying. Talking about what you see, hear, or do every day gives you practical practice.
You can also describe routines and habits of others. My brother plays football. My mother cooks lunch. My friends go to school by bus. This expands your speaking and helps you communicate naturally.
Now let's focus on expressing opinions and feelings in present tense. Examples include, I think English is fun. I believe practice is important. I feel happy when I speak English. Expressing opinions makes your English sound lively and confident.
Listeners, notice this structure. I plus verb plus object, or I plus think, feel, or believe plus sentence. Use it daily to speak about yourself, your routine, or your interests.
For beginners worried about mistakes, don't overthink. The goal is communication. Speak, express your ideas, and accept small errors. Every attempt improves your confidence.
Let's try a short conversation. Emily, I'll ask, you answer.
Okay.
What do you do after school?
I go home, do my homework, and watch videos.
Excellent. Short, clear sentences. You can add reasons, like I do homework because I want to learn, or I watch videos to relax. This adds natural flow to your English.
Another tip is talking about hobbies. I play the guitar. I read novels. I cook food at home. Using present tense for hobbies shows confidence because you are talking about your life.
Asking about hobbies is also easy. Do you like music? Or what hobbies do you enjoy? Asking questions encourages conversation and makes you more confident.
Simple verbs for daily actions are very useful. Eat, drink, go, play, read, write, watch, listen. For example, I eat breakfast at 8 a.m. I listen to music in the evening. These verbs are practical and used every day.
And don't forget negatives. I don't watch TV every day. Or she doesn't like coffee. Using negatives helps you speak naturally and clearly.
Confidence comes from practice. Speak every day, even short sentences. Talk about routines, feelings, hobbies, and daily life in present tense. Mistakes are okay. They're a part of learning.
Remember, speaking English is about communicating, not perfection. Present tense is simple and powerful. Using it regularly builds fluency and confidence quickly.
Listeners, try this for homework. Describe your daily routine in 5 to 6 sentences using present tense. Include actions, habits, and feelings. Speak slowly and clearly.
You can also practice with a friend. What do you do every day? Or how often do you study English? Repetition and practice will grow your confidence.
Every small step counts. Speak every day, use present tense, and don't let anyone laugh at your English. Confidence grows with action.
That's right. Keep practicing, stay motivated, and your English will improve day by day.
And remember, your goal is to communicate and express yourself clearly. Mistakes are a natural part of learning, so don't be afraid to make them. The more you speak, the more confident you become.
And one last tip for today. Describe your surroundings and daily life as much as possible. For example, I sit at my desk and study. I eat lunch with my family. I watch videos after school. These sentences are simple but very practical.
Exactly. And always try to expand a little. I sit at my desk and write notes because I want to learn English. Or I eat lunch with my family to spend time together. Linking actions and reasons makes your English natural and confident.
Remember, beginners can start small. Even 2 or 3 sentences a day about your life, hobbies, or feelings help a lot. Confidence comes step by step.
Keep practicing, and soon you'll notice that speaking English in present tense becomes natural and easy.
Let's continue practicing more ways to speak confidently and naturally in English. Now that we've practiced simple present tense and talking about routines, hobbies, and feelings, it's time to go further. Speaking confidently isn't just about saying words correctly. It's about expressing yourself naturally, giving details, asking questions, and sharing opinions.
One of the best ways to speak confidently is to describe your daily life in detail. For example, instead of saying, I eat breakfast, you can say, I eat breakfast every morning at 8 a.m. I usually have eggs and bread, and I eat with my family. Using present tense with details makes your English clear and natural.
Beginners sometimes stop speaking because they are afraid of mistakes or laughing from others. But even native speakers make mistakes. Confidence comes from practice and action, not perfection.
Let's try a sample conversation using present tense in daily life. Paul, I'll ask, you answer naturally.
Okay.
What do you do after school?
I go home, do my homework, and help my younger brother with his studies. Then I watch a short video about science before dinner.
Notice how Paul joined actions with and added details. You can also say, I go to school, study, and read a book before sleeping. Combining short sentences makes your English flow better and sound confident.
Asking questions is another way to speak confidently. For example, do you play football after school? Or what do you usually eat for lunch? Questions help you interact and make your speaking more natural.
And using negatives is easy too. You can say, I don't watch TV in the morning, or she doesn't eat chocolate every day. Negatives are simple, but they make your sentences complete and expressive.
Another tip is to describe habits and routines of other people. For example, my brother plays football, my mother cooks lunch, or my friends go to school by bus. Talking about others gives you more practice and expands your sentences.
You can also describe your hobbies using present tense. For example, I play the guitar, I read novels, I draw pictures every evening. Talking about your interests gives you confidence because you are speaking about things you enjoy.
And asking about hobbies is easy too. Do you like music? Or what hobbies do you enjoy? Questions encourage conversation and make you more confident in speaking.
And using adverbs of frequency makes your sentences stronger. Words like always, usually, sometimes, never, often help. For example, I always wake up early, or he sometimes drinks coffee in the evening. This gives your English more detail and sounds fluent.
Let's practice. Emily, how often do you study English?
I usually study English every day for 30 minutes.
Perfect. And listeners can try, I often read books, or I never watch TV at night. Adverbs of frequency make your sentences more precise and natural.
Now let's add feelings and opinions. You can say, I feel happy when I speak English. I think practice is very important. Or, I believe confidence comes from action. Expressing feelings and opinions makes your English lively and engaging.
Notice the structure. I plus verb plus object, or I plus feel, think, or believe plus sentence. Using this daily for your routines or hobbies builds both fluency and confidence.
Beginners sometimes stop speaking because they are afraid of mistakes or laughing from others. But even native speakers make mistakes. Confidence comes from practice and action, not perfection.
Let's do another conversation practice. Emily, I'll ask, you answer naturally.
Okay,
What do you do in the evenings?
I do my homework, listen to music, and sometimes watch educational videos. On weekends, I play football with my friends.
Excellent. Short, clear sentences joined naturally. You can also explain reasons, like, I do homework because I want to learn, or I watch videos to improve my English. This makes sentences more complete and confident.
Another tip is to describe your surroundings. For example, I sit at my desk and write notes, or I read books on the sofa. Talking about what you see, hear, or do every day gives practical speaking practice.
You can also combine actions and reasons, like I listen to music while studying because it helps me focus, or I help my brother with homework to teach him new words. Linking actions with reasons makes your English natural and engaging.
Simple verbs for daily actions are very useful. Eat, drink, go, play, read, write, watch, listen, speak, study. For example, I eat lunch at 1 p.m. or I watch videos after dinner. Common verbs help you communicate clearly and confidently.
And don't forget negatives, like I don't go to the park every day, or she doesn't like tea. Using negatives shows variety in your sentences and helps express opinions or habits accurately.
Speaking about daily routines is excellent, but let's also talk about things around you. For example, I use my laptop to do homework, I check my phone for messages, or I drink water when I am thirsty. These sentences are simple but very practical.
And you can describe other people's routines, like my mother cooks lunch every day, my brother plays video games in the evening, or my friends study English after school. Talking about others gives variety and practice.
Adding feelings is important. For example, I feel happy when I learn something new, I'm excited to talk with friends in English, or I sometimes feel nervous, but I keep trying. Using feelings makes your English more expressive and human.
Confidence also comes from asking for clarification. If you don't understand, you can say, "Can you repeat that?" Or "I don't understand this word." Asking questions shows confidence, not weakness.
Another tip is to describe your hobbies with present tense and reasons. For example, I play football because it is fun and healthy. I read books to learn new things. I draw pictures because I enjoy being creative. Adding reasons makes your sentences longer and natural.
Let's do another practice conversation. Emily, I'll ask, you answer naturally.
Okay,
How do you spend your weekends?
I usually wake up late on weekends. I eat breakfast with my family, play football in the afternoon, and read books in the evening. Sometimes I watch educational videos to improve my English.
Excellent. Notice how Emily described her day in detail using present tense. Beginners can do the same. I wake up at 8 a.m., eat breakfast, and watch videos. Practice makes your sentences more natural and confident.
You can also express opinions about your routine. I like weekends because I can relax. I enjoy playing football with my friends. I don't like waking up early on Sunday. Expressing likes and dislikes shows personality in your English.
And don't forget to link actions with reasons, like I read books because I want to learn new words, or I play football to stay healthy. Linking actions with reasons makes your sentences complete and fluent.
Another confidence tip is to speak about common situations. For example, talking about meals. I eat lunch at 1 p.m., I drink water after exercise, or I cook dinner with my family. Talking about daily life is simple, but it builds fluency quickly.
You can also describe technology in your life, like I use my phone to watch videos, I use my tablet to read ebooks, or I check my emails every morning. Using simple present tense for familiar things is very effective for beginners.
And always try to expand your sentences. I check my emails every morning to stay informed. Or I read ebooks on my tablet because it is easy to carry. Expanding sentences adds confidence and clarity.
Practice with friends too. Ask simple questions. What do you do every day? What hobbies do you enjoy? How often do you study English? These small conversations build confidence every day.
And don't worry if you make mistakes. Mistakes are normal. The more you speak, the more confident you become. Speaking is a habit. The more you do it, the easier it gets.
Keep practicing, describe your daily life, your hobbies, and your feelings. Use present tense, join sentences, ask questions, give reasons, and share your opinions. This is the key to speaking confidently.
Speaking in present tense is simple, but it's very powerful. You can describe almost everything in your daily life, and you'll sound natural and confident. The more you practice, the more fluent you become.
Keep speaking every day, even for a few minutes. Describe your routine, your hobbies, and what you see and do. Speak slowly, join sentences with and don't be afraid of mistakes.
The more you speak, the more confident you become. Every day is a new opportunity to improve. Focus on small sentences, then expand. Talk about yourself, your family, your friends, and your surroundings. Confidence comes from action. Speak, describe, ask, answer, and repeat. Mistakes don't matter. Your effort matters. Using present tense makes it easier for beginners to practice and communicate naturally.
Keep practicing your daily routines, habits, and feelings. Add reasons, opinions, and questions. Speak clearly, slowly, and confidently.
And remember, your goal is not perfection. Your goal is communication. Every time you speak, you build confidence, fluency, and real-life English skills.
Keep speaking, keep practicing, and every day you will notice your English becoming natural and confident.
Continue describing your daily life, your hobbies, and your feelings. Speak in present tense, join sentences, ask questions, give reasons, and share your opinions.